A teammate of a transgender swimmer says that there is collusion and cheating happening during Ivy League competitions. Also, the NCAA recently announced a new policy handing over the eligibility of transgender athletes to the individual sports governing body. The new NCAA announcement allows the organization to avoid taking a hardline stance on either side of the transgender debate and places responsibility with the governing bodies of each sport. The new policy mirrors that of the International Olympic Committees, which announced a sport-by-sport process in November. In other words, the NCAA is passing the buck. The change comes as transgender participation in sports has become a hot topic issue.
Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood dominating the competition at the Girls Track and Field Championships in Connecticut earlier this month.
And the fact that that's still happening, that women are still losing to biological males in their own sport, shows why we need more female athletes to speak up about this.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, of course not.
The bone structure is so different, and people that deny that are f***ing crazy.
Lia Thomas is a male-to-female transgender swimmer who received national attention for defeating female opponents by huge margins. Before transitioning, Thomas swam on the UPenn men's team without much success. Since transitioning and competing against women, the athlete has dominated Ivy League competitions. In November, Thomas smashed the record in the 200 free time and the second fastest 500 free time, with both of those times breaking Penn program records. One of Thomas's teammates told Outkick that everyone just knows it's the wrong thing to do, but she feared that sharing her honest opinion publicly would mean not being able to find employment after college. Another one of Thomas's teammates anonymously told Outkick that the male-to-female transgender swimmer colluded with an opponent so that Thomas would come in second place instead of first. Isaac Hennig, the opponent from Yale, is a biologically female swimmer who identifies as male. The anonymous source said that Thomas's time was suspiciously slow compared to previous races, and she saw the two swimmers talking before the competition. She believes that they conspired to allow Hennig to win. The source said, "I know they were talking before the meet. I think she let her win to prove the point that, oh, see, a female to male beat me." She also said that it was blatantly obvious that Thomas was intentionally swimming slower in order to make the competition seem more even. At a December meet, Thomas destroyed the competition and won the 1650 freestyle race by a margin of 38 seconds. At the same meet, the victories for the 500 and 200 were 12 seconds and 7 seconds ahead of second place, and Thomas set new records for the university and the venue where the race happened. A video of the 1650 free competition went viral for showing just how massive the margin was between Thomas and the second place finisher. After another race at Akron, Thomas allegedly bragged after the race, "That was so easy, I was cruising." A source told Outkick that teammates were crying on the Akron pool deck because they knew they had no chance of winning with Thomas competing. They feel so discouraged because no matter how much work they put in it, they're going to lose. Usually they can get behind the blocks and know they out-trained all their competitors and they're going to win and give it all they've got. Now, they're having to go behind the blocks knowing no matter what, they do not have a chance to win, the source said. Caitlyn Jenner, perhaps the most well-known transgender individual, has gained attention for saying that trans athletes should not be allowed to compete against members of their new gender, citing the immense biological advantage that male-to-female athletes hold over biological women.
She was born a biological boy. She was raised as a biological boy. Her cardiovascular system is bigger. Her respiratory system is bigger. Her hands are bigger. She can swim faster. That's a known.
While Jenner fully supported Thomas's decision to live as a trans woman, Jenner said that women's sports need to be protected and that biological males should not be allowed to compete against women.
Because in the woke world, you got to say, oh my gosh, this is great, and on and on and on. No, it's not. We need to protect women's sports.
Following the NCAA announcement changing its policies on transgender athletes, Jenner expressed disappointment.
I don't know why the governing bodies of many of these different organizations are so intent on getting such a small number of people. Why they're bending over to this one person? It's the woke world gone wild.
In November, the International Olympic Committee said that athletes should not be excluded solely on the basis of their transgender identity or sex variations. And although the IOC says that the governing body of individual sports will make the final call on who is allowed to compete, it is likely that all or most sports will fall in line with the IOC. For the latest updates on all things sports, head to dailywire.com. I'm Joe Morgan. Thanks for watching.